All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Lane Trading Chat Room. It is May 15th, 2023. Hope you guys had an awesome weekend. Ready to rock and roll and get back at it again today. As always, if you're new, it's going to go something like this. I'm going to start off with the market bias, take a look at the SPY and the Qs, determine which way we think the markets are heading today. After that, we will review the favorites list on the right-hand side of the screen right here. Once we review this list, it will be market open. So we'll start day trading these stocks. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about what I'm doing, about what you're doing, really anything at all, make sure you throw it up in the chat log. I will get right to it. One more thing, guys, make sure you are always practicing that proper money management. This is not an easy business. You're not going to get rich quick or earn while you learn. You got to do it the right way. You got to put in the work. You got to put in the effort. So don't try and get rich quick and blow up your account or anything stupid like that. So if you need help building a plan or finding a strategy or anything like that, make sure you check out the Lang Trading Discord in the description with the link below. It's free to join. Got some great resources in there and get some personalized help. Help you guys build a trading plan, get that money management down, whatever it is. Just make sure you check that out. It's a great resource. So with that, let's get started on the market, guys. So SPY gapping up just a little bit, about 0.2% on the SPY. Same exact gap on the Qs. So exact match on the SPY and the Qs. Looking right now to be an inside day, guys. We're gapping right into the middle of yesterday's bottoming tail red bar, Friday, I mean. But until we get over 414 or under like 409 on the SPY, we're in this tight range. We dealt with it all last week, guys. Literally Monday through Friday, we just chopped around in this tight little range. So it was a little bit of a challenging environment last week. So hoping this week maybe we get a little bit of a breakout, some more direction. But at the moment, we're going in with that same choppy neutral bias. Look at the resistance up here, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4 pivots. 4 pivots over 413. Down on the bottom, 1, 2, 3 pivots down. Like we're right in this channel. Just a big old channel on the SPY. So until we get out of this range, it's going to be a pretty choppy neutral bias. So Qs, same sort of thing. They were a little bit more bullish last week, kind of grinding up higher, breaking out of the resistance area on the daily. But we're still in that. We're still in the range. We're still not above, not clearly into that void. So if we get over 327, I will be looking a little more bullish under this like 323 to 322 area, looking towards the bearish side. But yeah, at the moment, very neutral bias, very much an inside day kind of choppy bias. So I'm leaning towards the bullish side because we are gapping up a little bit. We do have some room to run up to 414 on the SPY. So it wouldn't be surprised if we got up here. It would be a little bit of a shock if we broke out and ripped higher. But anything is on the table. Leaning towards the bullish side, but really going in with a choppy neutral bias today. Choppy neutral bias until we get out of this range. But we do have some decent ideas on the list despite the mediocre gap on the SPY. First idea right here, Monday, MNDY. This is not a bad gap, actually. A little bit getting in that little bit of an extended range at 15%, but nonetheless, really nice gap, gapping over multiple pivots. It is gapping up into a little bit of junk over here to the left, so might be cautious about that. But for the most part, it's a pretty solid gap. So watch this thing. I think we should have room up to about this 160 area. That's where this pivot really starts to manifest itself. So watch Monday up to that 160 spot. This thing does really good range. A good range ratio, so we could see this thing running today, gapping up on earnings. So keep an eye on that Monday.com. Next up is MU, Micron Technology. So another pretty nice gap, actually. We have a nice little consolidation down here, gapping over the red bar on Friday, gapping over that pivot right there into this little void on the hourly chart. So we should have pretty easy room up to the 6450 area on MU. Getting over 6450 is going to be a little bit of a hassle. You see, we got 1, 2, 3 pivots there on the daily chart. So I think we have a pretty nice void up to that area. I'm going to have a hard target in 6450 if I do trade Micron. I'm not going to try to get this thing to 65 or 66 bucks. I'm going to run it right up to that 6450, and that's going to be my stop. It does about $2 a day on average, so has exactly $2 to get to that spot. So keep an eye on Micron up to that 6450 area. Next up, we got AI, C3 AI. So this stock's gapping up just a little bit in a bit of a downtrend, so I do not like that. It does have multiple moving averages here. You see this hourly moving average has a 50-period moving average as well. So we do have some resistance up here. You see what used to be, what was the support, what was the floor, will likely become the ceiling. So we do have this resistance at 21.50. So only about 70 to 80 cents to play with. Maybe we can squeeze a trade out of this one, but be mindful, it is in a bit of a downtrend. It does have some resistance above, so not a textbook gap on the AI, but worth a watch. Next up, we have Oak, Oinoke Inc., oil and gas company. So gapping down under multiple pivots. This one is actually a merger with which one was it? This MMP. So MMP is gapping up quite a bit, but it is like a cash buyout with this Oak, whatever it was, OKE or something. How you doing, Casey? Good morning, man. Yeah, so this is it's like a merger deal, so it might be trading a little bit weird. Maybe we got room down to 58 bucks, but it's kind of a backup idea on this OE note. So you keep an eye on it, but like I said, it is a merger, so it might be trading a little different. Next up on the short side, we have CTLT, so Catalent. I'm not exactly sure what this is, but nonetheless, it's on our list. It's gapping down. It is right at an area of support in that $32 area, but it's got multiple pivots there, actually. I mean, this thing, if it gets under that low from yesterday, we can run it down. It has earnings today, so uh, maybe we get a big move out of this, but yeah, it is. I mean, it's down quite a bit with a big gap down, kind of double bottom support here. So maybe we get a move under this 32 area, but not my favorite idea on the CTLT. Next up, we have Exxon Mobil. So I mean, Exxon needs to get under this support right at 104.78. Under there, I do like it. We do have some room to drop, probably 102, 101, but I'm not touching it until it's under that double bottom support right there on the hourly chart. So Exxon, you can watch it short once it gets under that spot. Next up, we have WDC, so Western Digital Corp. So this one's gapping up over multiple pivots. It is in a bit of a downtrend. You see it's making some lower lows, lower highs, but we are gapping up. We do have a little bit of room to run, not a ton, man. I mean, we got some moving average issues up here like 38. We got some little bit of a pivot issue at like 36. So there's some junk on the WDC. So I'm really going to need to see some relative strength out of this one before I'm trading that. It doesn't have I mean, it's doing all right volume in the pre-market, not crazy good volume, but nonetheless, it is gapping up over multiple pivots, so we will keep an eye on it, but be mindful. It does have those issues that we just talked about. All right, next up, NRG. So NRG Energy. So this one's gapping up after a pretty wide range day on Friday. It is gapping over multiple pivots though. Should have room to run up to about $36 in this double top resistance up here somewhat. So watch for it up to 36. I mean, it really is actually not a bad gap. Only gapping 7%. My biggest issue is that it is extended from this move on Friday. So big green bar today on Friday, another big move up. So this one might be getting a little bit tired, but you can watch it up to that $36 area. I think it should have the strength and range to get there. But just be mindful that it is a little bit extended after that big move from Friday. So next up, guys, we have Amazon. So Amazon's putting in a pretty nice little 65-minute buy setup. Kind of ran up, broke out, pulling back right to an area of support. So watch Amazon today, guys. I would like to trade it over 113. So it kind of has that square top, kind of peekaboo over there. So I'm going to be very, very hesitant to trade Amazon under 113. But if it gets up to that area and over, I do like it. And then last idea on the list is Meta. Needs to get over this 238.21 area before I'm interested. Look for some relative strength on that thing. But yeah, still gapping up gapping up more than the market. Like I said, it gets over 238. I like it. All right, and that does it for the list, guys. And the market is already open. So let's get down to business. Let's get right into it, guys. SPY and Q's both putting in a bit of a red bar off the open. Actually, a lot of my longs are. Monday's pulling in pretty good. MU's putting in some reds. AI's very just chopping around, hanging out. That oak, man, that thing's already put in a massive bottoming tail. So, that's guys. I'm probably not gonna be trading this OKE. That's just a big old bottoming tail. So, not gonna be touching that really. We can watch this CTLT. This thing's under the area we need it to be. So keep an eye on that. ExxonMobil, keep an eye. Like I said, guys, ExxonMobil needs to get over that under that 104.78 area. So moving up right now, so I'm not a big fan of that. WDC is kind of pulling in. NRG is pulling in pretty good. Because Amazon is very strong. Amazon is one of the strongest things I see right now. Same with Meta. Amazon and Meta both looking higher, so keep an eye on those. Keep an eye on the Amazon. Keep an eye on the Facebook. Those are definitely the strongest two ideas on my list right now. I mean, these first three ideas, Monday, MU, and AI, are all pulling in pretty good. Man, Monday really dropping like a rock. So Monday is probably gonna be pretty tough to trade here, guys. So I'm not gonna waste my time watching that. I'll keep an eye on it. It's not gonna be on the trash list just yet, but not my favorite idea on the Monday just because of how big it pulled back right off the open. It's gonna be tough to trade that. So I am watching the Amazon and I am watching the Facebook still. Man, Amazon's gonna need to go another dollar before it's in the void. Amazon's gonna be tough, guys. Amazon's gonna be a little tough. I think I like Facebook a little bit more. I need to get it over that 238. I mean, look at over this little resistance here. Should have a nice void up to like 240 at least. So keep an eye on the Facebook. Keep an eye on the Facebook. MU pulled in a little bit, but not too bad. Not enough to ruin its trade potential just yet. So, man, we get back up to high of the day and get a pattern on this thing. I like it still. I still like that. AI is still chopping around up here. Not doing a whole lot. Yeah, guys, that oak is basically done. It's basically done. I'm gonna get rid of it off my favorites list. CTLT, doing all right. Let me put Amazon and Facebook up here though. Amazon and Facebook, there we go. You're watching Hog, Casey. I'll look at that. Just give me 1 second. Because ExxonMobil's selling off pretty good, but again, you need to get it under that support area. You need it under the support area. All right. So still got an eye on Amazon. Still watching the Facebook a little bit. I'm gonna check out this hog for you real fast, Casey. I don't have a whole lot on my list. As Qs are at high of the day, looking like they might break out. Spies at low today, so quite a big divergence there. You're looking at hog short 33.50. So getting into down here. Stop loss 35.50. Not a ton of room, but it is breaking down into a nice void. Target down to $30. Yeah, I mean, your target is like at the very, very tip of the target. So, I mean, it might bounce at 32, 31. I mean, you got a lot of junk. See, I just barely got to the $30 area last time. So, you might get a little bit of a bounce before it gets there. You are a little bit extended. So if we retested the 34 to 35 area, it wouldn't be a huge surprise, but not a bad one. Not a bad at all. Definitely breaking down into a nice void. Just that target might be a little bit tough at $30, but I think you can definitely get there. It's not a bad trade at all, Casey. Meta is really just chopping around here. MU, kind of same sort of thing. AI, if we can watch AI, we can watch AI higher. Not my favorite idea, but you can keep an eye on that thing. CTLT is bouncing pretty good. XOM is still grinding lower, so you can watch that. All right, so some of these ideas really kind of shat the bed early. NRG's probably not gonna be tradable. Meta's breaking down now. The SPY's pretty weak actually. SPY's sold off pretty decently, so Yeah, looking like an inside day at the moment, guys. Looking like an inside day. Does not make for easy trading. Never makes for easy trading when we're having an inside day. So just stay patient. Be mindful. Don't force any trades. You don't need to dig yourself a hole on the first day of the week. Just stay patient. Let those trades come to you. As AI had a nice big old pop on AI. Keep an eye on this thing. Actually, I might consider this over high today. It's an aggressive 3 bar play, but it's there. Which range does this have? It has good range, actually. Guys, I'm watching the 3 bar play on AI. 60 cent stop is a little bit wide, I think. It's spready, not too bad. Volume's pretty solid. Yeah, keep an eye on this AI, guys. Keep an eye on that AI. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and get an order ready for it. Stronger than the market. Got the void. All right. 2108. Right. Is it going to go right here? If it doesn't give me the 3 bar play, I'm not going to wait around. It looking like it's going to just peekaboo over that. So yeah, I'll wait a couple more bars on that. The 3 bar play was definitely there, but just a little bit too aggressive for me. I would have liked it just to not peekaboo over that area. So AI is still ripping higher. Still got some range left too. So it is coming up into that resistance area, but you can watch AI. You can watch the AI. Facebook kind of hanging out. Guys, MU's still looking all right. MU gets over that up to this 30 or 62, 40, 62, 50 area. I like it. So watch MU. We're looking at Airbnb, Casey. Give me 1 second here. Let me go through my list again. And there's Amazon's putting in a little bit of 1 minute buy setup, but you're clearly under resistance. It ran right up into the area where resistance starts and it got smacked. So be mindful of that. I don't see much else here. So I'm gonna go ahead and check out this Airbnb for you, Casey. Too short in Airbnb. Okay. It's breaking down under this 107, 108 area. Nice, nice. Under the 200. Entry at 105. So just got in down here. She did wait a little bit for that entry. Stop loss at 107. Yeah, that's a little bit tight. I'm not gonna lie. Got in a little bit late, and your stop loss is a little bit tight up in here. This thing's down quite a bit. Would not be a surprise at all if this thing bounced, tested 108, and then sold off again. So you might be getting. There's a risk you get tagged out of this. You do have a close target, 102. So it could just put in a nice red bar and drop, but you're down quite a bit. So a little bit of a bounce would not be a huge surprise there on the Airbnb, but definitely trading into a void. So looking good on the daily. All right, I don't see much else right now, guys. Markets are a lot weaker than what I expected. Really, it's been selling off pretty much all day. Hughes, I guess, chopping around, getting that sell off now. But I don't know a lot to do with my list. Facebook is rolling over. MU still hanging out. Amazon rolled over. AI is getting whippy. CTLT is looking higher. Exxon. We can keep an eye on the Exxon still. I do like this thing, but again, for like the 12th time today, I'm not trading it above 104.78. So need to get down to that spot. And then, all right, so not a lot on my list, guys. Looking like another choppy inside day, man. This has been one hell of a stretch. Since the beginning of April, we've just chopped around. My goodness. This is honestly impressively choppy. Might be the longest chop period I've ever experienced in my trading career, honestly. And this is like a full month of chop. I don't see that anywhere else. maybe back here in November, but that was some wide range chop. This is some pretty narrow range chop. I had a few backup ideas. I guess I can check them. Doesn't look like Google's a backup idea anymore. You can honestly watch Google over the high up here. You can watch Google over the high. So maybe keep an eye on that long. One of the strongest things I see right now. All right, and then those backup ideas are not good. So you can keep an eye on the Google long, I suppose. Don't love it, and definitely need to see some rest out of this thing. I probably won't be taking this until at least 10 o'clock, honestly. The way this is ripped higher, I need to see like quite a bit of consolidation. So maybe it chops around, gives us an opportunity for a $1 stop loss, but not going to be rushed into that Google by any means. Meta's trying to move back up. Still not off the list, honestly. If Meta gets up to this 238.20 area, I do like it. It has quite a bit of range left, doing good volume, so we can watch that still. And it does have range left. Looking okay at best. Probably, I mean, we're going to have to wait for the 5-minute pattern on this at this point. Give it a 60-cent stop loss, maybe. We'll consider it, but probably not getting in on the 1 minute here. We only got another 2 bars before I'm switching my chart, so I'm going to be looking for a 5-minute pattern on these things now. Exxon does look good short, guys. Do like Exxon short. I mean, I'm not going to repeat it. You guys already know. You know what I'm doing with Exxon. You know how I'm going to treat that thing. I don't care if it gives me the best pattern in the apps in the world, best pattern I've ever seen. If it's above that area, I'm not taking it. I'm not taking it. Odds-based trader. The odds are not there when it is above support like that. There's Google. Looks like it's not going to give you any of that consolidation. It's just going to keep on ripping. So, got anything happening today? CRM looking higher. I don't see much, guys. I don't see much from my list. I don't see much from the S&P. Facebook is still very, very choppy. MU is still an interesting idea. I don't like this breakout, mid-level breakout below resistance, not a high odds breakout. But if it gets up to that area, I do like it. So watch that. AI is still hanging around, hanging out. It's still early in the day too, guys. It's only 15 minutes in, so you got plenty of time. Plenty of time. And Google's in beast mode today. It's been in beast mode for a few days actually. This thing is tripping. Had a real nice breakout too, honestly. That weekly chart. That's a real nice breakout, guys. A little bit annoyed. I should have been in this for a swing trade actually. Like a $5-6 stop loss. It's already up $9. Up an hour and a half. Not a bad trade there on the Google. But I think Meta is 5-minute now. 5-minute chart. 15 minutes into the day, got to switch to the 5-minute chart. That's how I trade. You guys don't have to do that, but if you want to, it's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea, at least from my back testing. And look at that little breakout on the MU. Had the volume too, so maybe it gets the follow through you need, but off to a little bit of a shaky start. Let's see, guys. Exxon's getting down to that spot. It's under 105. Under 105 on Exxon, so watch it down here. 1 second. I mean, it's almost close enough to that spot where you could argue to get into that thing. It's 4 cents away from that low, so watch X. I'm under low of the day. Watch X. I'm under low of the day. What are some other oils doing? A little bit lower. They're not super weak. So Exxon looks to be about the weakest oil stock out there. So I guess that is good, but you want to see the whole sector weak, kind of. All right, guys. Facebook's still an interesting position, an interesting trade. So watch that. MU again over high of the day. Over not high of the day actually, not high of the day. MU. I guess that's not. I do have this stop a little bit wide, I suppose, or the resistance area a little bit up there. Probably move it down to there. What's that? 62.30 area. So, yeah, I guess you can watch MU over high of the day. You can definitely watch MU over high of the day. So, MU, keep an eye on that one. Keep an eye on the Exxon short. SPY and Qs, both looking a little bit lower at the moment. I guess we got some divergence. Qs are kind of high of the day. SPY's at low of the day, chopping around. So, not a whole lot of clear direction in these markets right now. Just keep an eye on the meta long, keep an eye on MU long, Amazon nothing. You can keep an eye on AI long as well. CTLT is basically done. Exxon is not a bad idea. Mondays, I'm not trading Monday. WDC, another one. It's going to be very, very difficult for me to trade that. NRG is not being traded. Watch the Google. All right. So we're just watching these top 4 ideas: Meta, MU, AI, and Exxon. These are my top watches at the moment. They all need to do some work too. Meta needs to get up to that 238 area. MU needs to settle up at high of the day. AI needs to give me a great pattern. It's not giving me a horrible pattern right now, but the 1 minute it doesn't look a little bull flag. Not a terrible idea, but I'm going to wait for something better on the 5 minute. And Exxon Mobil, we get a little bit of a base up down here at low of the day. I like that as well. So we have some ideas. Do have some ideas. They're not too bad. Just need a little more confirmation via pattern. So yeah, none of these ideas are really worthwhile anymore. I guess we can keep an eye on the Google. Google isn't the world's worst idea. All of those are pretty bad. All right. There's MU struggling. I was worried about that 1 minute breakout, guys. You're getting in underneath the high of the day, underneath resistance. It's just a not as high odds of a breakout. So if you had your stop right there at 61.96, it went down right to that penny, right to 6196. So it might have tagged you out. Might have tagged you. You could have maybe gave it the wider stop at 41 cents. But keep an eye on that one though. If it engulfs that and comes right back up here, I do like that. It's a confirmation of buyers, so that would be a good move for the long side. Guys, watch this AI still. Not a bad idea. It's doing super good volume. Not the world's best gap, not the world's best void, but it is right under 2150. Look at the resistance. This was big time support, broke down. That is definitely going to be an area of resistance. With that moving average right there, oof. Yeah, guys, no way. I might consider getting in over high today, but I mean, we're gonna have to get a real nice pattern. Definitely not getting in under 2150. I will consider it over that area with a real nice pattern. Markets are looking real weak though right now. Breaking down in the SPY, not breakdown, I guess, just basing up. Looking like we might break down soon on the Qs. So, another choppy day, guys. Another very choppy day. We're looking at low, Casey. Low going short. Short at 200, so you're getting in right down here. Stop loss 203. Another one, you're not giving it a ton of room. They just this one bar, so now I would feel a lot more comfortable with a stop loss of like 204, 205 maybe. At least you got a couple pivots there. This 203 is a little bit tight. Your target's not a bad spot though. 196, yeah, target to the next area of support, so that's a good spot. But this is a real choppy stock. Not a whole lot of direction. This isn't like a very stage one, just equal highs, equal lows. So this track kind of just peekabooed down and came back up. It wouldn't be a huge surprise. There's not a lot of direction here, so pretty choppy stock. Like I said, your target's in the right area. Your stop loss is a little bit tight, but it is breaking down. If it gets under that 200 and holds it, looks good. Right now, at the moment, just barely peekabooed under that spot. So, yeah, you want to see it break down and stay in that area. But I'm getting some weak moves on all my entire list right here. Facebook's breaking down. MU's it's holding up so far. AI's putting in a top and tail. XOM's actually looking big green bar up. So yeah, I do like this XOM. I do like that XOM. Give it. I mean, it has $1.50 left on the range, so you could easily give this thing a 50-cent stop loss. 56 cents is really nothing for that, so keep an eye on that. If it gets over that pivot right there, that would not be great. So I want to see it stay under that area, engulf, but not a bad. I like what it's doing right now, because if it does engulf and does do what we want it to do, it's just a very big confirmation of sellers. If this thing comes all the way back down with the red bar, that's going to tell me that sellers are definitely in control of this stock, and my stop loss is going to be pretty good because you're going to need a lot of buyers to get to that stop. So keep an eye on ExxonMobil. All right, guys. So let's see a whole lot here. This Monday bouncing pretty good. Really nothing to do with it though. So pretty boring morning so far, guys. Pretty boring morning. Not any news. Is there any big news this week at all? Oh, we do have Powell's giving a speech. And we have is that this week? No. FOMC minutes is next week. We do have what was that? Powell speech on Friday. We got the Powell speech on Friday. Got some retail sales. So pretty light week on the news front. Not a whole lot going down. So let's see. Do we have a lot of earnings too? Any big earnings? There's still a pretty decent amount of earnings. So we're out of the thick of the earnings season though. A lot of the big companies have already reported. So the main chunk of earnings has already been sorted through. Man, Facebook's rolling over, big time red bar breaking down there. So my top watches right now are still this MU, Exxon, and AI. Still the top watches there. Google's, Amazon's very weak. I just don't see much out of this list here. WDC is having itself a bad day. see. Anything else happen on the fat man list? Facebook? No. Tesla, just a very choppy day. Alright, well, that does it, guys. Another choppy day. God dang. I'm so sick of this market. I'm like, dude, last week was just awful. I'm like, awful. We just had 2 days, Monday and Tuesday, both were less than $2 ranges on the SPY. Just ridiculous. We had that nasty bottoming tail, inside day, another big bot. Like, this has just been so choppy. Just completely in this range, in this zone. Like, where are we going? Where are we going? It is what it is. Like I said, hopefully we get a little more direction this week. It's literally been since the start of April, guys. It's been since the start of April. We've just been chopping. We thought we might have had some direction, but we just really expanded the range a little bit and continue to chop around. So we'll see. We'll see if we can ever. Maybe we won't ever break out of this range. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is it, guys. Maybe we'll chop around between 404 and 418 forever. We just gotta live with it. I don't know. I mean, the way it's looking right now, that might be the case. Might be the case. And look at Exxon completely bounced. So there goes our one idea on the short side. The one idea we had that was kind of good is just not looking that way anymore. AI's looking okay, I suppose. MU would be my favorite trade to take. MU's my top watch. I would like to get this over high of the day if it gets there. I'm not sure if we're going to do that. Facebook is looking a little bit lackluster now, so it is. Market's gapped up, kind of rolled over this morning. I don't see us breaking under the 409 area though, so might just be a nice little inside day to start the week. Well, inside day to start the week. Yeah, guys, I don't have anything on my list. I'm sorry. I wish I did. I really do. I wish I had something to trade with. There's nothing here. There's nothing here. If you guys got an idea, please be my guest. Give it to me. But this is about an inside day as inside day gets on the SPY and the keys. Let's see. I got the swing trade. Let's see how the swing trades are doing here. Swing. Let's see. Dollar Tree's pulling. Oh, hit first target though. Bam. So took a little bit of profit on the Dollar Tree. EW moving up, looking good. This. Oh my goodness, this thing did it again, guys. Stop loss at 1470. Went to 1471. Man, that thing's gonna tag me. Hopefully it doesn't gap down. That's my concern now. This thing's gonna gap down on me. But let's see, MDB's doing all right. You know, Microsoft is actually strong considering what the market's been doing. Microsoft's holding up pretty well, so that's nice. Ollie's trying to move up a little bit. This PTCT's holding ground. BNT trying to move up. And then the Relay, looks like Relay barely tagged me in. We'll see if it gets going. These other ideas doing better. Nothing crazy. Looking at Duke, looking at OMH. I'll check this out real fast. And what are you doing with OMH as well? Swing trading it, day trading it. It looks like a pretty ugly, untradeable stock at the moment. Yeah, I'm not touching this one. This is spotty, dotty, soup. I can't even load it probably. So, not sure what you want to do with that one, my man. I mean, this is just there's not enough price action to determine anything. It's only been a stock for a little over a month, so it's just very choppy, ripped higher, not getting yeah. There's not much to do with this for me. I don't really have any technical analysis. I mean, technical analysis, you use historical price action to predict future price movement, and there's just not enough historical price action here to do anything with. So unless you got an inside scoop on this company, you know something about the IPO or something like that, then and this isn't also an ADR too. It's headquartered in Singapore, so it's not an American stock either. It looks like. Hey, no worries, man. I mean, that's all. That's what everybody starts out somewhere. So, uh, yeah. But no, I use technical analysis. So, technical analysis really isn't going to apply too much to this stock, just because, like I said, there's just not enough price action, not enough volume or anything. So, uh, yeah, not a technical analysis stock right there. But if you invest in it or you know something about that, then yeah. But you're looking at Duke, Casey. Guys, I want to keep an eye on MU and AI. AI is breaking out here. MU is looking a little bit higher. So keep an eye on those. Looking at Duke. Duke breaking down. Short at 95.76. So you're getting in right about here. So there's a nice little breakdown into that consolidation at the 50. Stop loss at 97. So another one a little bit tight on the stop loss. Probably could give it a little more room at 98 or so. Target down to 94. So yeah, target's in this right area as well, right in that next area of support. Got some pivots down here, so not a bad spot there. Kind of a little bit of a range trade. You don't want to trade it too far down past the 95, but it is a nice little breakdown. So for that sort of thing. So guys, AI is breaking out here, and this one's tough. I mean, guys, the reasons to not take the trade are just so evident. You got a lot of resistance here. You got moving average resistance on both of the higher time frames. So, like, it's got issues. Definitely got issues. But just, yeah, but how I find my stocks, if you're wondering, I use this screener, stock screener. So, this is what I'm looking at in the mornings. Uh, This is for the short trade. So I like average volume to be over 300,000. I like the pre-market volume to be over 50,000. The price to be over $5. So I don't want to be trading any penny stocks or anything like that. The pre-market change percentage. So I like for long ideas, this is +1. For negative, it's -1. So if they're gapping up more than a percent or down more than a percent in the morning, it'll come up on this scanner. And then the average day range over 25 cents, just so I'm not getting stocks that are just not moving at all, you know. So that's what I'm looking for. That's what I scan every morning. That's how I build my list. Uh, yeah, so I'm just looking for stocks that are gapping up into a void. Like this Monday was actually a good gap, guys. Gapping up over multiple pivots into a void. It was just a little bit wide range. It was a 15% gap. So usually when it's into that 12 to 15% area, you get a little bit of profit taking. So it's kind of what happened here on this Monday. Sold off big time early and then kind of bounced and leveling out right here. So, uh, yeah, with scanning stocks and screening for stocks is one of the biggest things you can do because you got to have stuff to trade. You got to find good quality stocks. So, uh, yeah, building that watch list, figuring out some scan parameters, some screen parameters. One of the first things you're going to need to do as a new trader. You got to find what stocks you want to trade. Because AI is really popping off right here. Yeah, I don't like this thing. Really, I don't know. If it gave us a real nice, again, the buy setup would be under this. I don't know, guys. AI is going to be a tough one to trade. AI is going to be tough. I'm going to keep an eye on it, but it's not my favorite idea. Guys, ExxonMobil's still viable for a short position. Kind of ran up here, put in a big topping tail. You could put in your stop loss above that topping tail and still have a lot of range left. So watch ExxonMobil. Watch Exxon. Google's pulling in pretty good. And Amazon's really selling off. Wow. Weak move there. All right, so that is my list, man. Watching MU, that's about it. Watching MU, and MU needs to do work. So kind of a boring day, guys. But again, this is what an inside day feels like and looks like. Check out this LW. So we're going long at 116. So it looks like you're not even in there yet. Yeah, 116. You're getting in a little bit late. I'm not gonna lie, 116 is already up. You're up like 2-3% from that breakout area. But you got a wide stop loss. Okay, target up to 122. That's the bad area. Definitely is a strong stock trending higher. Take a look at the weekly chart. A little bit extended up here on the weekly, even up 4 or 5, more than that actually, like 8 weeks in a row. Uh, yeah, getting in at 116 is a little bit extended. You're waiting a little bit for that. I mean, I would not be surprised if this thing maybe retested, pulled back to this 107, 105 area, and a little bit extended up here, but definitely a strong stock. I don't know, waiting for the 116. You're waiting a little bit to get in. You're giving it, $3 before you could have got in at 113. So waiting a little bit long for that entry. But you do have a safe stop loss, pretty wide stop there. But yeah, strong stock, no doubt. What is this? A utilities company, I think. I don't know. What specialty candy? How about that? I did not know what LW was. Apparently, frozen potato products. How about that? Look at that. Out of Idaho. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed the company that sells frozen potato products is based out of Idaho? Huh. Classic. Guys, ExxonMobil looking weak today. 65 cent stop loss, guys. ExxonMobil, top idea right now. Looking at this oil sector. Looking definitely the weakest stock in the oil sector. But, nothing looks like it's got a ton of room lower, but keep an eye on that ExxonMobil. Top idea at the moment. Top idea at the moment. SPY's really dropping pretty good here. Q's moving lower. They're both coming into a little bit of support though. You see on this 15-minute, on the 15-minute chart right here, coming right into that 50% retracement, right on that moving average, and an area of support. So could get a little bit of a bounce here on the SPY. So not going to be rushing into this Exxon. Not rushing into Exxon here. I do like it, but I'm not going to be jumping in there. Guys, I do like the relative strength on MU as well. I mean, the markets have been pretty weak all day, and MU's just kind of hanging out, chopping around. So if we do get that bounce, like I was saying, on the SPY and the Qs, then MU might be the place to be. Like I said, I'm not going to be rushing into anything today. It is an inside day. It's an inside day. That means we are trading completely inside of the previous day's bar. See on this daily chart, completely inside of Friday's bar. That warrants for just difficult trading. There's not a lot of direction. Not like SPY and Qs just have support and resistance above and below. So trading on these inside days, it makes for a little bit tougher environment. A little bit harder to get that follow through. But nonetheless, it is. We're only 45 minutes into the day, though, not even. So we still have quite a bit of time to find a trade, take a pattern. This Exxon and MU are my two top ideas at the moment. Exxon and MU. Meta's pretty junk. The MU over high today, not bad. AI's. Oh man, we've talked about AI. I don't know about this one, guys. I don't know about the AI. I'll keep an eye on it, but I'm not gonna sit around and watch that forever. Exxon, watching that short. Google's tough. Amazon's ugly. I mean, Amazon. Nah, I was about to say you can watch Amazon short, but you're gonna be shorted into a bunch of support in that 109 area. So I would not be doing that. CTLT's moving up, so this one's gonna not trading that. Monday's doing its thing. Monday's being Monday. Yeah. So really just watching MU and Exxon. MU and Exxon, my top ideas at the moment. Like I said, AI is there. It's you do what you want with AI. I'm probably not touching this thing. Probably not gonna be touching the AI. I do like Exxon and I do like MU. I'm about to get, I think I might get an order ready on this Exxon Mobil. 65 cent stop, 104.80, 105.45. Exxon Mobil getting very interesting. Plenty of range left, breaking down underneath resistance area or support area. Got some room to drop. Watch this Exxon Mobil. So markets are looking a little bit lower at the moment too. So red bar continuing down on the SPY and Qs. Yeah, I'm gonna get this order ready here. Son of a gun. It's not gonna wait for me, is it? You dog. You dirty dog, Exxon. I really want this 5 minute breakdown right here. It would just base up at support, give me that breakdown, but it doesn't look like it's gonna give me that. It's just gonna keep right on rolling down. We're just gonna keep right on rolling lower. So hold off on the Exxon, guys. Hold off. Maybe we'll get a sell set up or another breakdown, but where it's at right now, I'm not jumping into that. It's a very sloppy pattern. I mean, all it needed was to wait for another like 80 seconds. That's all you needed to do, Exxon. Now you're just gonna ruin everything. I mean, look at this. Broke down. A little bit of a volume spike. You want to see that volume spike. You want to see the follow through though. You want to see a big red bar all the way down, like this green bar. Wide range volume with a wide range bar. Wide range volume with a narrow range bar. So getting a little bit iffy on Exxon right there. It was not the way you want to see a breakdown trigger. And sometimes I wonder how many people are following stuff. Like, I hope you guys aren't just rushing into Exxon. Like, I hope you're not trying to beat me to the punch and getting into Exxon before that pattern was there just because I'm talking about it. I really hope you guys have a trading plan and you're following that plan. How many viewers we got right now? It says we got 5 online. So out of you 5 that are watching right now, how many of you have an actual trading plan? Like, you have a trading plan, it's written down on paper or on Excel or Microsoft, whatever it is, it's written down, you can read it, and you're following it every day. You can just type a 1 in the chat log if you do have that. So negative, not yet. Hey, well, that's where you need to start, my man. Like I said, if you want to check out that Discord channel, the Lang Trading Discord, in the resources page, there is a trading plan essentials, guide. And I didn't create the book. I didn't do that, but I've read the book multiple times. It's like 80 to 90 pages. It's not long, but it walks you through every single thing you're going to need in a trading plan. It's going to walk you through money management, trade management, what type of markets are you trading, what type of strategies. It's going to take you through everything. So it's just like a base overview trading plan. If you need a trading plan or you're just kind of like don't know where to start, highly recommend checking that out. It's called Trading Plan Essentials by Live Traders. You can access it via the resources channel in the Discord, or you can just Google livetraders.com and look on their website for the Trading Plan Essentials. But it is free. Does not cost you anything, so I highly recommend checking that out if you do not already have a trading plan, or you're trying to build a trading plan, or even if you have a trading plan, but maybe you want to make some updates to it. You want to make it a little bit more objective, more concrete. And highly recommend checking out that resource at Live Traders. Yep, there you go, Dark Corner. There you go, brother. There you go. Keep it moving. Just keep making that progress. Keep making that progress. That's one thing the book talks about. It talks about the planning cycle of success. It's how you plan, and you implement your plan, and you measure your results, and you improve upon those results, and then you start back and implement the new plan. You just keep doing that planning cycle of success until after a couple of years of doing it, a couple of months, whatever it may be, you finally have a plan that's concrete. You finally have something that you can trust and rely on that you know is profitable. And once you have a profitable trading plan, well, all it comes down to at that point is following it. I mean, that's a lot easier said than done, but just practicing every day, getting better every day, more disciplined. This is not an easy business. You're not going to get rich overnight. It's going to take some time. You're not just going to come in here and just start reading charts like a market wizard. It doesn't work like that. 5 P's. Proper planning prevents poor performance. Bam. Yasuki has it. Proper. That's a tongue twister though, man. Can you change it up a little bit? Proper planning prevents poor performance. It's like, gee, that's a mouthful. I like it though. I like it. Proper planning prevents poor performance. Man, say that 10 times fast. Sheesh. But it's true though. It is true. You have a proper trading plan, you have an objective trading plan, it's going to be a lot harder to trade poorly. Guys, I still do like Exxon. I still do like Exxon short. Uh, like I said, I'm going to need to at least see a little bit more of a consolidation here though. I'm not going to be hopping in on this 2 bar breakdown. It's just not even a breakdown. I need at least 3 bars. I need at least 3 bars for the breakdown. AI is still chopping around up here. Meta, Google, Amazon. Man, what a list today, guys. Just absolute inside day. Absolutely an inside day, man. Honestly, if you showed me this gap list and didn't show me the markets, I'd probably guess it's an inside day. I would probably guess it's an inside day, just based off how mediocre the gap list is and how undirectional it is. It looks like an inside day. It does. You're gonna Hasbro. Let's check out Hasbro, Casey. Going long on it. No, but it looks like this is definitely like a stage 4. It wasn't a stage 4. It's trying to maybe kind of get that very early stage 3, stage 2 transition. My bad. So I mean, this would have been a very quick stage 1. So I would not be surprised if this thing chopped around a little bit more. It's right below that 200 moving average, so I got some resistance there. But entry at 62, so you're not in there just yet. Stop loss at 61. So this is pretty tight. It's almost like a day trade for you, isn't it? Entry up here at 62. Stop loss at 61. Yeah, so you're kind of expecting this thing just to kind of rip higher and keep going. Target is 64. I mean, it could get there today. It could. It has done 82 cents. Average day is $1.50, so it could definitely get up to that. 64 is going to be tough. You're still below that moving average, or above the moving average, so it could get there. It has a nice little consolidation. It might break out, give you another wide range green bar, but it's a little bit of a tough one. With that moving average there, with how tight that stop loss is, so and it's kind of in a downtrend too still, so we'll see. But it does have some issues there before it gets to full target. Oh my goodness, God! Looks like it's gonna be a sit on hands day for me. Second day in a row. Last Friday was a sit on hands day as well. Last Friday was the same thing. Gapped up, sold off heavy, and bounced. So did not take any trades last Friday or today. So pretty uncommon you get two sit on hands days in a row, but honestly, I think it was the right move. I really, really do. I don't see anything here from my list that even like nothing that even was like, oh well, you could have been in that and that would have hit target. Like I don't see anything like that even today. Like there's a whole lot of nothing. AI, nothing I want to do with this. Even the 1 minute. What are you going to do with this? 3 minute, the 1 minute 3 bar play gave you like 60. I mean, you could have gave it real tight and gone 19 cents. But I don't know about that. Ended up going 36. So no, I guess it ended up going 75 cents about. So, man, that's aggressive. So, I mean, that's the one trade I think you could have gotten today is that 1 minute 3 bar play on AI. Other than that, I mean, I don't see nothing. I don't see anything. I do not see anything. Short ideas didn't do anything. Monday just rolled over. WDC, same thing. NRG, like the only thing from my list that was even remotely tradable was this AI 1 minute 3 bar play, and it was very aggressive. Very aggressive. So really just a high quality sit on hands day, man. Look at Exxon. Look at Exxon. Just peekaboo right below that area and rip higher. So well done staying out of that one. Market timing really wasn't on your side there. Markets were down quite a bit into support, so going short at that moment, well, it didn't work. It's the market timing. Guys, MU's still not a bad idea. I'll still trade MU, I suppose. This is the only thing that I'm even remotely watching at this point. Is MU probably be over high. Probably go high today, low today, honestly. It'd be a 55-cent stop loss. I mean, you got before the whole number, you're out of that thing. So yeah, if I do take MU, it'd probably be a high of the day by low of the day type of thing. But that, I mean, it's going to need to get up to that 62.35 area, and it's going to need to settle down. So I'm not going to take it just on a big wide range rip right up to that area. So we'll watch it, but not my favorite idea. Hey, what's up, Tony? Thank you. I appreciate that, man. It's been a pretty lackluster Monday, but it is a happy Monday nonetheless. Okay, guys, MU's getting to that area we need it to be at. So, okay, now it's going a little further than we need it to be on MU. But man, what a choppy day to start the week. Just an absolute inside day on the SPY. And is Q's inside day soon? Oh yeah, man, this is a very much an inside day. Gosh, I'm so ready for us to be out of this range, guys. This range. It's been like a $15 range for what 45 days now. My goodness. My good 30 trading days, 45 real days. That's just really is impressive, honestly. It's so slow, man. It is so slow. I mean, I'm still sitting on my hands. I haven't even taken a trade yet today. There's just been nothing out there. Nothing out there. And I say it all the time. Sometimes the best way to make money is just to not lose it. I mean, I guess that we're doing that today. We're not losing money today, but we're not making it either. I still watch that MU. I still do like the MU. Maybe we get a pattern over high today here. Maybe get a little consolidation. But see this 1 minute chart over in the bottom left? This is not a breakout that I'm going to be getting into. It's just a very extended move up like 6 bars in a row. When you're up that many bars, you got to expect some sort of consolidation, some sort of correction. So, after, hey, yeah, I appreciate that. Give me that. Doesn't take anything out of you guys. Hit that little boost button. Hit that little rocket. Maybe it'll help rocket your profits. Who knows? Yeah, definitely give me that little boost. Do that boost. We're gonna Baidu, Casey. Baidu long at 127. Should get in right up here. Not in there just yet. So honestly, on this one, I think waiting for that 127 is probably a better idea because you're right at that flat 200 period moving average. This thing could very easily get a little bit extended up here. So, yeah, not a bad entry there. Stop loss at 122 basically. So, yeah, you got a little bit of protection there on the stop loss. Not a ton, but a little bit. And target up to that 135 area. 135. So that's going to be this 50 period moving average. You don't have a whole lot of resistance up here. Kind of just downtrending, not a whole lot of guaranteed pivots. Maybe a little bit of junk of this 32 area. Yeah, 35 should be definitely doable. This thing is in a bit of a downtrend though, so hasn't quite made that higher high yet. And you do have earnings tomorrow, so be very mindful of that. Earnings are tomorrow. You can see this thing can do some big stuff on earnings, some big days, big gaps and such. So be mindful of that. But yeah, not a bad idea. Definitely consolidating. But oh man, the SPY's bouncing a little bit here. Bouncing a little bit, just making sure we have an inside day. I think that's all it's doing. It's just confirming that today will be an inside day and then it's going to be choppy. That's all we're doing. MU's looking good. MU's off to a nice start. This thing has a lot of range left. It has $1 of range left, so I still want to keep an eye on this thing. We've got about 15 to 30 minutes left of trading, so we do have some time to take one of these still. I mean, look at Exxon. What a dog. That thing just peekabooed in and now it's ripping right back. I mean, if you like AI, if this one meets your criteria, it's setting up a little bit of a wedge pattern, but again, not my cup of tea. Right at multiple areas of resistance. Got these topping tails up here. I think sellers are starting to take control of that stock, so be careful going long on that. But it is setting up. It is one of the stronger stocks out there today. So if you did take it, I can see how. But just not my trading plan. All right, that's going to be it, guys. Just the MU. MU is the only thing I'm even considering at this point. MU is the only thing I'm even considering. Man, what a day. Just nothing, man. Just absolutely nothing. Bruh. What's the bruh for? Is that for me? For you? Did you see some sort of news or something? What is going off today? Anything popping off? Ooh, this would have been a nice one. Anybody get this NGMS? What about this guy? Up 25%. Man, look at that. Man, just give me one of these gapping stocks. I'll be happy. 55% up. Oh. Who's up big? Look at that. Man, why didn't I trade this today? Dang it. Oh, man. W key. Should have had this on my list, man. Oh, it's up 35%, bro. That would have helped me out big time. I'm kidding, guys. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourselves. It's not worth it. Every single day, somebody's having the best trading day of their life right now. They're up crazy amounts. You know what else? Somebody's having the worst day of their life. They're down. They might have blown up their entire account this morning. So don't ever worry about either side of that. Just do your own thing. Don't let people manipulate you into trying to get rich quick or anything stupid like that. Getting marks about 120 minutes after that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If I am not trading by 11 o'clock, that first hour and a half, I'm not taking day trades. That's the only area I'm day trading. I mean, MU's looking good, guys. Moving up pretty solid. Again, I really stand by myself of not taking this breakout. If you're underneath resistance, it's not a clean breakout. Very sloppy, no clear area of resistance. So not mad at myself at all about that MU. Still watching it for a move higher too, maybe a buy setup or a breakout or something. But yeah, I got a little support on the Nasdaq. Right at that, what was resistance, right in this 324 area, kind of what was resistance, broke out over that area, and now we're coming back to retest it. Yeah, just an absolute inside day, man. Absolute inside day. AI and MU is still looking a little bit higher. MU is really, like I said, the only thing I want to watch. AI, if you like it, go for it. Not my cup of tea. It had too many issues. Had too many issues for me. So yeah, if it gets over 22, it might still go, but 22 is gonna be that line in the sand kind of. Second sit on hands day in a row. Sat on hands Friday. Sitting on hands today. What are the markets up to? VIX moving at all? Hanging out. VIX is still looking a little bit higher, guys. Like VIX is looking a little higher, which makes me think the SPY and Qs might just break down under this, or SPY might break down under 409. Might feel a little bit of a pullback on the Qs. The dollar's probably looking a little higher as well. See the dollar looking higher, VIX looking higher. Not a good look for the SPY and the Qs. And then the Dow gets under this 330 area. It's got room to drop as well. IWM has been pretty weak. Yeah, the Qs are really the only strong indice out here. SPY has just been very choppy. So it'll be an interesting couple of weeks. I just want to break out of this range, man. I don't care if you go over 418 or under 404. I don't care. Just get us out of that range. It's been a brutal range. Really, ever since I started the scout management, we've been in a very, very tight range. So it would be lovely to do this without having these inside days and such. Still got my eye on this MU, guys. I still like this thing. I mean, the buy setup would look pretty nice too. We'd pull back right to that area of support. You'd probably get a stop loss. Yeah, you can get a stop loss under low of the day too if that pulled back. So keep an eye on that one. All right. Watching MDB, Casey. I think I'm trading MDB actually. Yeah, MD. I'm in a swing trade on MDB, so I got in right here. I gave this one a wide ass. I don't know why I gave it such a wide stop. I gave it like a $25 stop loss. Maybe more. I don't even know what my stop was honestly, but I gave it a wide stop. But I've raised it quite a bit since then, so I'm only risking like 0.2 R or something like that. But yeah, I'm actually in a swing trade on MDB right now. It's looking pretty solid. Off to a good start. I think I really did give it like a $25 stop. It was wide. It was really wide. I did not need to give it that wide of a stop loss, but I did. So, yeah, there's a target up there, 281. Target 2 is 320. That's a wide target too, so I might be taking more off at 281 right now, area of resistance. We'll see if it gaps up, fills the gap, but yeah, I don't like to be in my swing trades too long. I give them about 3 weeks usually. Usually about 21 days is where I'm like, okay, anything over that, don't like it. And that's right before earnings too, so we'll see if we can't get a little bit more out of MDB up to that 280 area. But I do like that. I don't know, I guess you didn't give me your entry on it, but I do like it for a long trade. Getting a little bit extended up here, so I might get a bit of a pullback before it goes higher, but nonetheless, solid position there. Because this is where I want to see MU start to give me that buy setup. This is where I want to see the MU buy setup really start to form. Coming up here, maybe chop around, give me a narrow range bar, then give that 1, 2, 3 bar pullback, and then try to get it in this thing right before that 11 o'clock hour. It's the only thing I'm watching right now is MU. Let's check out. We were looking at the swing trades earlier, but we can go ahead and look at them again. Dollar Tree, got it. EW looking good. That one held like a hair and biscuit. MDB looking good. Microsoft's actually looking pretty good too. It's a lot stronger than the markets. Didn't really roll over like the SPY and Qs did. Always looking all right. That PTCT is looking iffy. That one looking good. VNT. Rely looking all right. Took profit on this DT last week. Scalped an R out of that thing. Really good. There's the MDB. Let's check it out. Entry at 270, so you're getting in right up here. Stop loss at 252. So a little bit of a tight stop loss. Like I said, this thing pulls back. Retesting this 250 area would not be a huge surprise. Target the 303. So your target's not in a bad area. Like I said earlier, it might have a little bit of a hiccup at this 280 area with this pivot. But if it gets over that gap fill, I think you can see all the way up to 320. So yeah, 303 is definitely in there. It is just above that whole number. So you guys know stocks, they like to hang out at whole numbers. They like to play a little bit of a game there. So it might even run up to 300, pull back, and then go. But not too bad. Just a little bit tight on the stop. And MU's really going beast mode, isn't it? MU's really taking off here. So I'm going to put in the next area of resistance at like 63. So really don't want to see it go too much higher. Really would like to see that pullback start to form, that buy setup start forming. Oh man, guys, Facebook coming up to the high here. I don't want to say anything about Facebook, honestly. If it got over 238, maybe you can watch it. I mean, you're going to need to get quite the move and quite the pattern. So, probably not going to be taking that one. All right, man. What a day. What a boring day. I'm gonna say I'm not gonna sit here and force trades on myself just to entertain you guys. Like my goal is to follow my trading plan and show you guys what it looks like to follow a trading plan. I mean that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna just sit here and manufacture a trade just so I'm doing something. Like if there's nothing here, I'm not gonna trade. That's like I said, I say it all the time. Sometimes the best way to make money is just to not lose it. I mean, we are odds-based traders. If the odds are not in your favor, then you should not be trading. Point blank, period. Too many times, new traders come in here and they're just sitting on their hands, just itching to take a trade. The market's looking like this, just absolutely dog water of a market, just terrible, ugly, and they're just 4 or 5 trades deep, just trying to do whatever they can, just to push the button. I'm like, you don't need to push the button. You don't. It's one of the best things about being a retail trader, man. If there's nothing to trade, you don't have to trade. You're not a hedge fund manager. You don't have to. You can't just sit on cash. And you can sit on cash. You can. That's perfectly okay. It's probably some of the best thing to do a lot of the time. God damn it. MU's not. I don't know if MU's going to give it to us, guys. This thing just keeps ripping. Just keeps on ripping. So we'll try to get the buy set up, but I'm not feeling too confident about it now. Man, it would look really nice if we did get that buy set up just right down here. Just come back right down there. Be fantastic. So I'm gonna be on here for another 5 to 10 minutes or so, guys. After I get off of here, I will be directly heading to the Discord channel. the Lang Trading Discord. If you're not already in there, I would highly recommend you guys join. It is a free trading community. I got some great trading resources in there. Got some trading plan, help build to trading plan, help figure out money management, all that good stuff. So yeah, we'll be live in that voice channel right after this. So if you guys have any questions you want to talk about, you don't want to type it in the chat or don't want to send an email, you can hop right in that voice channel. We can talk about it live right there. So don't hesitate to do that. Like I said, it is no cost to you. It's free to join. So don't hesitate to do that, guys. It's a great resource. Like I said, there are some other great resources in there. The link for that trading plan essentials is in there. So if you guys need help building a trading plan or just kind of confused about what the whole basis of a trading plan is, then highly recommend checking out that trading plan essentials by Live Traders, because it is another great free resource that can really clear up some of the muck that is trading. It's a lot of muck. There's a lot of trading gurus trying to sell you signal or trying to sell you strategies or stuff like that. But at the end of the day, what it comes down to is you and your trading plan. And that's what we're all here for. We're all here to be independent traders, living on our own wage, living on our own time, not answering anybody, not relying on anything. So if you're signed up for some signal and you rely on somebody else to tell you what to do and what to buy, then you're not an independent trader. And at any moment, that person could just decide they don't want to do that anymore. They don't want to signals. And guess what? You're SOL. You're back to square one. You have nothing. So make sure you are creating an independent trading plan. You are doing things for yourself. It's the only way to actually make it in this business and actually enjoy the perks that this profession has to offer. I mean, it's some of the best perks in the business, guys. You don't have a boss. You don't have customers. You don't have anybody telling you what to do. It's just you and the markets. You can trade from anywhere in the world with an internet connection. I mean, it's pretty great, but it is very challenging. It's not easy. Nothing in this world is free. If you want great rewards from a career, well, you're gonna have to put in a lot of work. You have to do a lot of effort. So there's my 2 cents for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Basically, what it means is join the Lang Trading Discord. It's gonna help you out. It's gonna help you out. No fluff, no bullshit. I'm not trying to get rich quick or sell you guys any junk. Like it's actual quality stuff here. Man, look at MU. Only trade that I thought about taking today, and it's just not gonna give me an entry. It's just not gonna do it. Nothing else on my list looks great. Man, look at the Exxon. Whew, look at that. Just absolutely, just peekaboo right below the low from yesterday. Tried to get some people short in that and then just ripped right higher. Man, computers are having a fun one today. And I feel like inside days, like the computers and HFTs just have to love this stuff, man. Just love it. They're just chopping around, getting people in, getting people out. It's a heyday for the HFTs. For actual retail traders, this market sucks. It's not fun. There's just nothing to trade. There's just nothing to trade. At least our swing trades are looking good, though. At least the swing trades are looking all right. And I can't believe this thing literally held like a hair in a biscuit, guys. Look at that. I got in here, I think right here, a little pseudo buy. Honestly, not the greatest entry. Not the greatest entry. A little pseudo daily buy setup. Stop loss at 1470. Actually, I think it was a little bit wider, but I tightened it up to 1470 to this pivot after I got in. And look at this. It went to 1471, bounced, went to 1471 again, and bounced. Man, if this thing ends up working and ends up being a profitable trade, that would be just immaculate. That'd be market gods are on my side with this trade. I mean, we have held by 1 penny twice now. Not once, but twice. So we'll see. I'm not feeling too confident about it, honestly. It's like I said, it wasn't the greatest entry. But man, market gods are on my side for that one. So maybe it will work. Who knows? Maybe it'll work. All right. So I'm probably gonna call it a day here, guys. Here in just a few minutes. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, make sure you ask them before I get off here. If you want to save them for the Discord voice channel, do that as well. I will be heading there right after I get off of here. Like I said before, if you aren't already in the Lane Trading Discord, I recommend joining. It is a good resource, good community, so you got nothing to lose. So definitely check that out. Casey, I'll check out the CPRT for you. Again, guys, if any of you guys have trades that you're in, swing trades, day trades, investments, whatever, you see Casey. Casey's consistently putting all his trades up in here with the entry price, the stop loss, and the target. So if you want some trades reviewed, don't hesitate. Do what Casey's doing. Do what Casey's doing. Throw those charts, throw those trades up in there. Oh yeah, Yusuke, check it out, my man. Love to see you in there. Love to chat it up with you. You're taking CPRT. Man, this thing's a little bit extended up here for a couple weeks in a row. So not, I mean, it's definitely a strong stock, but a little bit extended. Entry at 82, so you're not in there just yet. Kind of getting a little breakout. It'd be nice if this thing consolidated for a little bit more. A little bit more consolidation. Your stop loss is 77. You have a pretty decent stop loss too under this little shelf here. Target up to 91. That's a bit of a wide target. I mean, this isn't a very strong stage 2 up to higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Putting in another higher high, but we really haven't had a higher low in quite some time. So this thing could very easily move up a little bit, pull back before it goes higher. You can see on this weekly chart, it's a little bit extended up here. You can see the stage 2 kind of putting the lower low here. So we got that higher high, but we don't have a lower low yet. So it might be a little bit extended up here. 91 would be another 10-11% move. So definitely the strong stock. Not a bad idea, but a little bit extended up in that $82 area. Yeah, definitely a strong stock. Is this health tech, I think? Or comm services? Okay. I have no idea what this stock is in. Online auctions. How about that? How about that? All right, guys. So I think that's going to do it for me. MU just keeps on ripping, so nothing to. Actually, I don't think I checked the MU for you, Casey. Let me do this real fast. So this is a solid spot. I mean, you are under like a lot of resistance, under 65, a lot of resistance here. But you get over 65, I mean, it's in a nice little pseudo buy setup on the daily, breaking out into this void. So if it runs up and gets over 65, you should be good to go. You're getting in at 63, so just got in right here. Stop loss at 70. Wait, no. Stop loss at 62.15. So you got a little bit of a tight stop there. So getting in 63. So yeah, you got a pretty tight stop. I mean, if it pulls back and retests that support at all, you might get tagged. But target up to 64.30. Yeah, you got your target in the right area. No, I don't think this is a bad idea. I mean, this is almost like a day trade, even. Casey, you're getting in right at 63. Stop loss here. So, I mean, you could see 64 today, honestly. Especially looking at this daily chart. Looking at that daily chart, I mean, it has getting into a little bit of a range concern. $1.80 is the average range. It's already done $1.60 today, but it does have a pretty good range ratio. It does about just under 3% per day. So a little bit of room to run here. So you could see 64 today, but you are getting a little bit getting into that resistance area up there. So air's getting a little bit thin up there on MU, but not a bad position. My main concern would be it pulling back and tagging you out right here before ripping higher. But after this strong move, I don't think it shouldn't pull back. If it pulls back all the way to 62.15, it's going to be very concerning for the entire move. But I could definitely see a little bit of a pullback here. Yeah, not a bad trade. Definitely got the void to trade into. So good stuff there, Casey. Yeah, you're welcome, man. Thank you for asking for getting your trades reviewed. Keeps me active. Keeps everybody in the stream in tune, listening. Not just me spewing BS about how the market is just a bunch of BS. Look at this, guys. This is the last time I'm going through my list, and I'm gonna call it a day here. There's just nothing to trade, man. You can watch Facebook over high today if you like it and you're still trading. Keep an eye on the meta. You can keep an eye on the MU buy setup. Otherwise, that's gonna be it for me, guys. No trades today. Sit on hands day. Absolute inside day on the SPY and the Qs. So, yeah, it is what it is. We'll come back tomorrow. Didn't lose any money today, so that's always a good thing. So we'll come back tomorrow ready to get after it. So we'll see you guys in the Lang Trading Discord, and take care until then. Have a good day, guys.